Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this. Come on, set. 18 Gator. Get it.
On first down, Dickerson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, a little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bravo. Shoot.
On second down now, Dickerson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always... ranked in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Watson now to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Kill.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Texans.
Watson on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Texans send the punter out. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's the 2nd and 7. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to go for it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. 14, Vikings 7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Texans take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
Mike. What is that? 19. Ricky.
They run the counter. Taylor takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he's got room. Past the 20. There he goes right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Taken in at the 11. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Taylor, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Mike. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Go.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready up. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, yo. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw now on first down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got Fuller. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. Shreds the tackle. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. A good pickup there at 22. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10 with a catch made by Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
One set. 19. 94.
Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. He's checking crowd. Alert flare. Shoot. Fire.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On the set. 50's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shoot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 24, 19. Coming to you, coming to you.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. A first down there on a pickup to 25.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Mike, check, 59. He's going down, he's coming.
To the air yet again, Watson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. And that can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He gets it to Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch the twitch.
Watson now to throw. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Texans push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost...
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 5.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Go. 60 outlaw. 5. Ready?
First down. Here's Aikman. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Be grip.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Aikman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
On the double. Hey, Alpha. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I got it. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go. Now.
To throw is Aikman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Cut.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.